Welcome, everyone, and truly thank you today. Thank you for investing in your children. Thank you for showing up today. And thank you for choosing what is not always the easier route, but the route that requires intention, courage, and conviction. On the surface, as we know, the easiest option is probably to place your child into the public or private school system and let someone else decide what they learn, how they learn, when they learn, and who they become. But you didn't choose easy. You choose purpose. And that tells me something very important about our Kairos families and the families in this virtual room. You are not outsourcing your values, but you are actively stewarding them. Proverbs 22, verse 6 says, "Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it." Those of us that have been walking on this journey for a decade or more can attest to this with grateful hearts. Today is really about helping you to do that with confidence, especially for those families that have a child that enters grade 9. The gateway here to earning the Home Life Academy high school diploma. Every family here has a story with different circumstances, different children, different challenges, different opportunities. But most of you choose this pathway because of at least one of the following reasons. Firstly, freedom of choice in building a curriculum that fits your child or children. Flexibility to adapt learning to your child's pace and your family's rhythm. A value-driven, faith-based approach that forms character and not just chases compliance. And the security of a widely recognized American diploma through Home Life Academy, who has been operating for more than 20 years with 55,000 students across the globe, active in more than 140 countries, with 1,300 of those students actively being supported by Kairos. A strong and local homeschool community which offers you support and encouragement and insight and wisdom. And yes, cost effectiveness with integrity and trust. This is certainly not education by default, but rather by design. And especially in the high school years, this design matters deeply as you align with your tertiary goals. Let me be very clear about what today is and what it is not. So today is not a deep dive into every policy and every process. It's not a technical training session. We had one of those 2 weeks back or a week back when we did the webinar on Apple Core. It's not about perfection, but it is an orientation and a roadmap and helping you to feel grounded, capable, and supported. By the end of this session, you should understand the high school journey ahead, know your next steps, and feel reassured that you are not doing this alone. For families who have been homeschooling already prior to joining us, and there's a number of you, in many ways, nothing changes. You still choose resources, you adapt to the pace required for your family and your children, and teach in alignment with your faith and values. Of course, for those that's coming from either the Cambridge or school environment, the adjustment is a bit bigger because you need to adapt to this as well. The fact that you have got freedom and flexibility. Coming back, what is the key difference then? Specifically working through Kairos and then through Home Life Academy. The fact is that you will now be reporting to a third party, which is Home Life Academy, as they are responsible for formal reports, transcripts, credit tracking, and ultimately the issuance of the American High School diploma in line with their recognition within the USA's educational system. Kairos, on the other hand, why we exist is to walk with you locally, guide you practically through sessions like today, support you relationally through the Kairos community and others, and translate systems into a South African language that we understand. Thus, think of it this way. Home Life Academy is the structure or so-called umbrella under which you can operate, and Kairos is the local support for your grade R to 12. You get the benefit of both. Over the next 15 minutes or so, I'm going to take you through the stepwise process which applies to all new and re-enrolling families. This sequence, and not the speed thereof, is important. And in many cases, jumping around in the steps is what can and potentially have caused anxiety in the past. Okay, so let's talk about step one. And you will not be sitting here if you didn't already take this step. So you have enrolled through Kairos, through our online platform, and this means that you've entered into an intentional partnership for your children from grades R up till 12. Once your invoice is fully settled or will be settled, because there's still a couple outstanding, which include any transfer or senior fees, you gain full access to the Kairos community. Just on this, maybe another reminder as we are approaching weekend, this group and the Kairos groups are only open between 8 and 4, 8 in the mornings, 4 on weekdays. And that is really to afford all in our community to take a breath and not to be on all the time. We also offer resource guidance and systems, and then a network designed to support families, not just the students. So what have you unlocked with your enrollment? The family discounted enrollment with Home Life Academy came into effect. The Kairos announcements, which we really try and minimize and keep to 4 to 8 per month. We really value your inbox, but those announcements are important. So as a minimum, go to the Kairos WhatsApp community and take a look at our announcements. How and where you can find it, if you are uncertain, has been explained through your welcoming email, which was sent after enrollment, or the confirmation email rather. Then we've got the 20 plus Kairos communities, which are age and subject specific. The Kairos e-planner, which is your anchor document. Webinars like this one, email and WhatsApp support. You guys have been keeping our team very busy the last couple of weeks, which is great. We are here to support you. And then we've got several optional Kairos support, which include Apple Core admin support. So that is a document management system, not control system, where we help you with the capturing and management of Apple Core. It is not a planning session. For planning sessions, we've got consultations, 50 minutes, 30 minutes, 60 minutes sessions. The 60-minute session, we provide you with a 25-page report. Is of all of those the most popular one. And then we also help with reviews of Apple Core within the South African context. Through Home Life Academy, you receive a recognized diploma and consideration of all transfers. So on that, if you're new and you have provided your transfers and I've acknowledged it via email, rest assured that it is being handled. Transfers takes time at any institution. So Home Life Academy has got, especially this time of the year, 8 to 10 week workaround for public and private school records. Homeschool records you can actually upload yourself. We have been doing that for and supporting a number of families on that, but that's part of what we then offer. There's the learner management system, better known as Apple Core, transcripts and official documentation and orientation resources that's been shared also on the newbies group. Okay, so that's enrolling you and knowing what is included in what we offer to you. Step 2 then, as a new family, give yourself some time to orientate yourself. If you do nothing else this coming weekend, please read chapters 1 and 2 of your Kairos e-planner. Make some time over the next week or 3 to watch the webinar that we released last year in October. It was sectioned for ease of reference, so you can jump to the sections that's specifically relevant to you. And remember as well that on our website, we've got the frequently asked questions, which can also assist you. But please hear this. Give yourself some grace. Yes, there is new terminology and new systems and new expectations and new experiences, but give yourself grace. Consider starting only with 1 or 2 subjects in the week to come if you have not already started, and prioritize building confidence before adding complexity. Before we continue, I want to specifically focus on our incoming grade 9s. Grade 9 is important as it is the first year where credits are earned and further habits and patterns are established. This year already start to count towards your overall grade point average or GPA. So it is thus important from an academic performance perspective as well. The first priority in grade 9 is not outcomes. It is emotional stability, organizational clarity, and relational security. Before your child can perform, they must feel oriented and safe and capable, and the same is true for yourself. So please, if your child is 10 or 15, doesn't matter. Sit with your child and walk them through the annual plan as you have defined it up till now. And if it's still in progress, that's fine as well. Explain what each subject is and what resources you are going to use. If the child has not been part and partial of the decision-making process, explain why the course is important. Why does it matter? And how it connects to their future, which is especially important for the older children. Because when they understand purpose, motivation follows. This is discipleship, guys, and not just education. So let's embrace this. Step 3, coming back to the process, then and you would see, just a reminder for myself that I've added the e-planner references in there where more detail is included and more processes and more templates. The templates and processes are all there. So chapters 3 and 4 of your Kairos e-planner guides this phase. So an important reminder that neither Kairos nor Home Life Academy are curriculum providers. That freedom is very intentional, but it comes with responsibility towards you as parents to choose the resources. And yes, if you need further guidance, then what's in that planner? You've got the Kairos community around you. You've got an opportunity to schedule further consultation sessions with us, and we will gladly assist. From a planning perspective, and those of you that have done the graduation plan consultation with me will recognize this. First of all, you need to meet the legal environment in which you fit, which is South Africa for most of you. You need to meet Home Life Academy's graduation requirements. So that's important for those in the grade 9 to 12 phase of the educational journey. Thirdly, you need to align with your family's values. The skills that your family value, the values that you want to instill in your children, the rhythm that you want to build in the year. The plan must make provision for that. And then lastly, support your child's future study or career path. So there's really a lot of freedom in the first 3 points. The fourth one, just put a bit of a framework around it, where universities across the world, and in South Africa, they are, in essence, much more prescriptive in terms of what you need to meet in order to gain access. But that provides a framework that you need to consider to ensure that your child can continue on the future pathway. So once your plan is ready, you as family can upload it yourself onto Apple Core, or if you have secured our Kairos Plus Apple Core admin service and have completed the online form, our team will handle that for you and send you an email with the feed with the proof of that after completion. As we are in the beginning of the year, there's a lot of reporting on the fall of 2025 and in the planning for families that we are assisting with this. So please afford us 10 business days to do that. Our team is staying in front of that currently, but they are handling a lot of documentation as we stand. And good. So step 4, guys, is then doing what you've planned. So first of all, facilitate learning. Okay, it might involve teaching some subjects, but you don't need to be the expert in everything. And even if you are an expert, you can still outsource that to a tutor or to a co-op or to Dr. Shawmans for maths. So it's all about facilitating it. And what I mean with that is really to support your child, to make sure that the resources are available, that there's not something that's hindering them with the learning. 2 weeks back, I met with one of the government officials in Gauteng, and she actually mentioned that one of their concerns is that students don't have a place to study. That's a problem, a real problem that they have identified through the department. And for me, it was like mind-boggling. I thought that was almost like a basic need and thing that is in place. But that is part of this facilitation. It's very important to know that you have flexibility and retain this flexibility. So you may, and I almost want to say must, accommodate your child and do whatever is needed to help them grow as students and in character. So, and I'm not only talking here about accommodation in the sense that we've got for learning differences. For me, each and every person is different, and even our gifted children need to be accommodated because you need to expand what is on that curriculum and give them extra exposure and extra projects and extra discussion-based opportunities. So do whatever is needed to help them grow as students and in character. You may adjust your plan, which you have added to Apple Core when need be. We know circumstances change. You may have all of a sudden an excellent opportunity that come up that you want to pursue, which might say that you can't do certain subjects because you are refocusing, or there might be circumstances preventing you from doing all the work that you've added. So you may adjust and then monitor progress, whether the child is grade 1 or grade 12. That oversight is still required. Of course, it will differ between the different ages and the different children. And especially for the older children, with all three of ours that have now matriculated, I can tell you that they become very independent. But it's still, and I found it still to be very valuable to be involved and have those discussions, to show interest and support and to encourage. Step 5 is then reporting. Reporting should take place as a minimum twice a year. You can access Apple Core every day if you want, but that you will find to be counterproductive. So please report at least twice a year. January to June is spring semester. So the next reporting, or the first reporting for the 2026 year, will be spring. And then for those on the US calendar, that will be their last one for the year, unless they use you use the summer semester. The second semester then is from June until 15 January. Okay, so you've got most of our families finalize their work in November, December. Most report only now, and we see that because our team assists with that. So reporting then includes your child's progress, updating Apple Core if you've changed the subject or changed the work or the resources that you've chosen. For the high school children, you will report a credit which quantifies the work. So if you've done around about 50% of the work, you can, of a year-long course, you can claim 0.5 credits. If you finished one credit course, you can claim a full one credit in a particular semester. The grade needs to be added, and as I mentioned, the resources or subject adjustment. Review step. Some of us, if you are like me, I've got reviews every now and then. So every week we will take a look at what has been done, or every second week take a look at what has been done, and replan for the next week. But this furthermore include reflecting with integrity then what has been done, and then what do you want to keep on doing and what do you need to change to make the learning more meaningful. So adapt your plan wisely and grow in confidence. This is really a living plan, not a rigid rule book. So in closing, let me say this clearly, families. You are not behind, you are not underqualified, and you are not alone. You are raising young people with conviction, with confidence and character, and you are doing it on purpose. Please continue to embrace the freedom, flexibility, mastery, faith, and community And we are really, as a team, honored to walk this journey with you. Before I get to the questions, which there might be some of, and I will take a look at that now, I've got a bit of a bonus which landed again on my desk. So again, those of you that have gone through the graduation plan process with me would be familiar with this, but I saw this and I thought, okay, let me bring it into the session, because something that's really unique to the American High School Diploma that you do not find in the um, South African system or in the British system or in the IB is the fact that you can actually do university level courses as part of your high school diploma and gain recognition for that twice, if you so wish. So for families and students that wants to continue with tertiary studies locally, just take note that some of these benefits it's a bit more limited in our environment. In the sense that you won't be able to transfer those towards a degree in South Africa. It's not because the universities are difficult or the officials are difficult. It's just purely because that's the way in which our national qualification framework is being structured. As I've mentioned, our system is much more rigid than other systems that I've encountered in the world. So let me tell you a bit about what this is. So it's about doing dual credits through a tertiary institution or through service providers that offer these credits. So it's really university level credits that you can do already. And my recommendation is in grade 11 and 12, once your foundation have been secured, and then use those for various purposes. These credits can reduce future university course load if you continue with the university studies like some of our students have done through the States. What they definitely do is to demonstrate academic rigor, okay? Because you are already doing a higher level course than your grade level. It also builds that confidence in the child that he or she can manage these type of courses. And I've seen some of our students that really excel in these courses, which is a real confidence boost for them. They've actually done studies in the States as well, where they've found that students that have done these courses, their chances of actually succeeding, first of all, and then finishing off a degree, which is a huge thing in the times that we live, are great. So it really improves that chance for success and then for finishing off the degree. And then you also have got exposure to various other courses that you won't find is typically available in the high school curriculum environment. So the picture that we've got there, it shows you specifically Arizona State University, which is one of the top online universities in the States. What makes this great is the fact that it's really cheap for costs of university credits. If you go to university themselves, you can multiply that by 2 to 4 for the cost of a course. And I think what are other benefits there? Okay, so Arizona State, and they are a regionally accredited university, which is also then beneficial, even if you don't continue through Arizona State University. If you do go and further your studies in the States, those will most likely be accepted by other universities. again, each and every university have got their own transfer policies, but that is one of the reasons that is being recommended. Other options apart from that include options like Sophia Learning, EDX, the advanced placement subjects. So yeah, there's others certainly available, but I just wanted to present that to you to help you with your decision making. So thank you. That's from my side. We will spend the next odd 25 minutes on answering any further questions you may have. Note that there are no silly questions. There are no behind families. There's only one learning and us doing it together. So let's talk. If you can add your questions in the chat, if you've not already done that, I'm jumping there. I see Charmaine. Thank you, Charmaine. Have been answering questions already, so appreciated. So I'm jumping lower where she's not had a chance yet. Louise, thank you for asking. So you should have received the Kairos e-planner with your payment receipt email. So just take a look. Sometimes because it's a 7 meg file, it pushes through to spam folders. Just take a look there. Otherwise, you can reach out to our office and we can send it again. Apple Core. So let me just explain the enrollment process. Currently, we still receive many enrollments. So between Home Life and Academy and ourselves, we do currently our process is to do once a week enrollment with them. So everyone that have secured their place through full payment of the invoice then forms part of that enrollment cycle. The next one, which will take place this weekend, Edric? The next. Yeah, so he confirms this weekend. So there's also Home Life Academy still need to process it on their side. Sometimes there is a bit of a delay in that when you have already got an account in one way or another through Home Life Academy, which we weren't aware of, and then it delays it with a week. But apart from that, you should have enroll after we've finalized the enrollment with Home Life Academy. We sent a confirmation of enrollment email to you, and you should have access to Apple Core within a week. So on that, in terms of the Apple Core access, Home Life Academy has moved to a new system last year, and so for that, for some of our existing families, what you might have found is that your password is not working anymore. So Life Academy informed us yesterday that that was part of the switch over. In some cases, the password was found to be of a security risk. So for re-enrolling families struggling, just go through the process to select and put in a new password. For families that have received or that's new, that are experiencing problems with that first time login, and the first time login is explained step by step in page 11 of your Kairos e-planner. Please make sure you follow those links, because we see people being very creative in terms of where they tried and access the Apple Core. So if you follow that process and links, you should gain access. Again, a couple of families, and they are really working hard to try and debug them, or they are experiencing problems still. So you can send a message to April from Home Life Learning, Home Life Academy, and she is really on it. She's actually the global director, so she's giving her personal attention to help our families. That was a very long explanation, so you're welcome. S- Sanette, and Charmaine, if I missed something, if you can just take a look at that. Sanette ask, where is that now? Do most of the universities require that you take the SAT exams? So, Sanette, it really matters on what do you want to continue to study. So, and where you want to study, the SATs or a benchmarking test. And so in some cases, we find that some of our students want to write it, even if they don't need to write it. But yes, for exemption purposes, that is one of the routes that you need to take in order to enter our system for the public universities or for bachelor studies specifically. You need a 3.5 GPA. So that's a cumulative between grade 9 and 12. And then you need a qualifying SAT score. This information is in your e-planner, the details. I'm not going to quote the numbers now, but the SAT score or an NBT or 2 AP exams. Okay. So so I would say plan for it. If you don't need to take it, then it's great. Some of our students sidestep doing the SAT by working through an international university. And graduating through that university, or some of our students have been doing the NQF5 at entities locally, and then they also don't need the SAT. So really depends then on your child. Erica, for children who have transferred, Erica, so you will have to. She's asking when will you know if the work has been approved by HLA. It will. They don't send out an email. So if you can take a look at a date from when you have submitted it at 8 to 10 weeks, and take into consideration that there was an or 2 week break during December, and then go and take a look at Apple Core. If it's not there, then you take a look the next week, but you will then see it being incorporated onto Apple Core. For records that they transfer, those records are then typically locked by them. Thank you, Charmaine. Answering the next one.
I think it's from Sam that asks, is there somewhere on Apple Core we have to keep an attendance register sort of thing?
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Charmaine. So on the legacy version, it is still easily available. It's on the beta. I don't know where they've hidden it for us, but it's on it is available on the legacy version, so you can add it there. So just jump between the beta and legacy. Just from a Home Life Academy perspective, they don't require you to keep that attendance there. But of course, you want or may want to keep that, especially for the children between grade R and 9. It's advisable to keep an attendance register because that's required by law. And if you want to, just summarize what you've done per semester, then you can upload it through the legacy version. Welcome.
Unati's got her hand up.
You're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome to put your question in the chat, and we can answer that. Any more questions? Sonia, I see Charmaine answer your question. So just pertaining to a question and maybe just to make this clear for everyone as well, Apple Core itself is really a summary of what you plan to do and then what you have done. Okay, so it doesn't make provision for all the books that you've read in English, etc., etc. So in that, I do recommend, keeping record of what you've done, especially for the high school years, and especially for those students that want to pursue further sports in the States, because then that's where I found it actually to be needed. Okay. But what you can do is just keep track of what you've done, um, and through a document of your own choice. So I'm just going to share something here, and this will give you an idea of what I've done. And now this is by choice now very different than what you guys might be using. Because I just want to show you what is possible in line with what I've mentioned earlier with regards to the deal credits. Give me a second to share. Share alsjeblieft, Edric. Thank you. So this is just an example of what I've done as mom that has gone through this route. So this is not a requirement by Kairos or by Home Life Academy, but it was for my own and for my child's sanity that I've done this, because I always push for more. So this helped me to know that we've done enough or more than enough. I've maybe stretched my child a bit. We need be, and sometimes I had to cut back on my own expectations. But within this, I would have gone in and I just identify what am I going to do. And in this case, she did, this was part of her first year of university studies, which she did as a part of her grade 12. We did college algebra and statistics. In theory, I could have counted 2 credits towards it, but I've grouped it together as a single credit for the purpose of Home Life Academy's reporting. On the university side, she has earned 6 credits for doing this work. And then I would have, what's very important for me was, why are we doing this? So this was part of building on a mathematical foundation, and we were dipping our foot into, well, do we want to do this degree? And if so, maths was one of the strength areas, and we said, okay, let's focus on maths and do these assessments with confidence, and then build a program on that. So those are the things that I mentioned that you need to do, is to identify why you are doing it for your child. This is just content. This was all from the website in terms of how they will actually do the assessments. Now, I've just captured it here because, again, at the beginning, me and the child could sit and say, okay, this is what we are going to do for this subject. This is how it will be assessed. And we worked a schedule out around this that's suitable for her. So all of this can't be captured into Apple Core. This is something else. So this was really a planning document for me. Now it's something that I've got, and I can say, okay, this is what we did. Although nobody has asked for it, for it. But in the end, all of this, the only thing that's captured on Apple Core would have been my chosen title, the credit amount that I want to do. I would have stipulated that I'm going to do that subject together with this subject, That was my resource that I've used. Then when we got the results back, I would have added that against the relevant semester. And that is what goes into your Apple Core. Okay. Charmaine, anything else?
Vivian has asked under somebody else's comment, when loading our educational plan for 2026 on Apple Core, I reviewed our subject names. In hindsight, I'd like to amend some of the subject names in previous years.
Mm.
Am I allowed to amend the subject names, and how, since the field is not active? Do I delete the subject and re-enter the subject with a new subject name, or do Kairos need to assist?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Charmaine. Do you want to answer that one, please?
Okay. If it's not independent records that we have transferred from other schools, yes, you can go back and change the names. If it's transfer records, it's best to get in contact with our officers and we'll see if we can assist, but we usually use the names that are on the records that we transferred.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, just to reiterate, the beta version makes it so much easier to change titles. So that's it's a real blessing for us as well, as we are assisting families. And what I've had in the past, I would by accident make a typo in the title, and then I had to regenerate the whole title, where it's not so much easier.
Then Vivian again also asks, I love how we managed to capture resources that we use in Apple Core. Is there a way to generate a report for only the resources used over the years?
Vivian, not as far as I know. So I don't think so. But what I can give you comfort with, what you've entered into Apple Core stays there. So even for us as family, and I've had it the other day, there was a student that matriculated 2 years back. So she was needing a transcript. She's entering the American system as well, and she can. You still have got access to Apple Core in the future, and to that system if you need to request further transcripts or ask for further transcripts to be sent to universities, or if you want to access your Apple Core and take a look at what has been added. So from that perspective, at least, that access will be retained, and which I found also to be helpful.
Yeah.
Erika, so you ask about proof of work done by a student. So yes, we have asked that of some families. As you know, some of our key values are based on integrity, so we've have asked some families for proof in the past where there was a question, or in other cases to provide guidance. So it might be asked as they are the designated school. Do we do it often? No, we don't. Charmaine, do you want to handle Unatis's message, please?
I'm just busy reading through it as well.
Okay.
I'm looking at doing a literature-based approach for English language arts. I just haven't found anything online that really resonates with both our cultural and values context. Um, I would look at anything Charlotte Mason, because Charlotte Mason is very literature-based. The only one that I know that's very popular right now is The Good and the Beautiful, but The Good and the Beautiful is PDFs that you download. And that's US based, not South African based. Footprints on Our Land, it's not all credited for high school. You need to have a look at the dates, the ages, sorry. If you add stuff to it, you can probably use it for a grade 9, and it is very rich in English language arts. You can also create your own. That's also allowed.
Mm.
I'm just trying to read the rest here. So I'm considering putting something together for English and possibly social studies. Yes. Um, Definitely you can put your own together. When you put in your own curriculum together, just make sure that you do keep it on grade level. And with your own curriculum, it is sometimes good to watch hours, because sometimes the curriculum made is too short.
Mm. Yeah. No, so Life Academy, thank you for that, Charmaine, provides that freedom to put it together. What I have found to be comforting to me as mom, especially with core courses like your English, is to use something that to use the framework of some of the material that resonates with you. You can add content, but just to make sure that you do address and focus on, go through the grammar that's needed, or composition, and or length of composition, or number of compositions, or number of literature. So that is something that you can just consider to use that frame. So Vivian also asked proof of work in different formats. Yeah, so Vivian, I understand, some of it is in hard copy format, and that's fine. So usually it's more looking at some of the summaries of work that has been done, or examples of work that has been done. But really, don't be concerned about this. It's usually the people that's concerned about it that has got everything right. So what I found is that the hard copies that I've kept, because remember, for students in grade R to 9, it is advisable to keep copies of what you are doing. By it will just protect you within the legal environment. And later on, some universities might ask for examples, of show me composition that you've done, or do we see that in the South African university context currently? No. May it be brought in as it is in some universities in the States? Yes. Have I encountered it up till now? No. Even with my son that has been in one of the top tier universities in the States. So yeah, I think we live in a South African environment where there's unfortunately a lot of distrust. And this part of what we see here, and really actually the whole educational system is a trust base. You trust that the teacher at the particular school will be doing the work and teaching the children and then assessing fairly. We trust you that you will do do the planning, you will do the feedback that you will give will be trustworthy. So the educational system is built on trust. And yeah, so don't, we do not watch over your shoulder. Our intent in that of Home Life Academy is here to support you, not to police you. Okay. Louise, yes, you may use easy peasy. Okay, so Home Life Academy is not prescribing and won't stop you from using any curriculum which you find will be a great fit for you as a family and for your child. So the answer will be yes. And the question that you also need to ask is, will that deliver the results that you want it to deliver, and will it give the outcome that you're after? And will it be easy to apply at home? Erika, do I understand it correctly that if I use the requirements by Queensland, Australia for a specific subject and then source what is available online and in the library, it will be accepted? Okay, so Erika, that's you need to take up with Queensland University or Queensland, the university there. They will tell you what is what their specific requirements are. What we will give you when you matriculate is your transcript, which will list the subjects, not the resources, the subjects with the credit amount earned together with the grading. So tells you the subject, the amount of work done, the quality of the work that has been exited. Okay, I just want to know if it will be accepted. Yeah, so it's Erika, if I understand you correctly, it's similar to my feedback to Louise, whereas we won't dictate or say yes or no for a particular curriculum. We do have certain credit requirements, whereas I've shared that a couple of times, and it's also available online on our website. So maybe just take a look again at that one where we define what will be seen as a credit. But if you use that as a backbone, what I understand correctly, and fill that in and develop an assessment methodology that is age and grade appropriate, then it seems like a good idea. Okay, everyone, I see the questions have also dried up as we are finishing off. It is 12 o'clock, so from my team's side, thank you again for your attendance. Thank you for your hard work that you are and time that you are investing in your children. May 2026, and for those, 2026 be a blessing to all of us. So, thank you, and may you have a blessed weekend. Bye-bye.